Hey YouTubers, it's Shane, and I thought since I'm on YouTube, why not review the YouTube audition special on America's Got Talent? Or should I say, some of the producers have no idea what talent is. First up for the YouTube special was The Elite. They're a bunch of cloggers, and they kind of do like hip-hop dancing, but when I saw them on the YouTube Top 20, I knew they weren't going to make it very far. They're good, but America's Best Dance Crew has already had about 2 of these crews, and they always do the same thing every time. It didn't impress the judges, it didn't impress me, and based on the Facebook comments, it didn't impress a lot of you guys either. So, that's an act that's not going through. Then we had Brett Daniels, the magician illusionist, who had a bit of a stumble in the beginning on his Marilyn Monroe picture. On his YouTube video, it was just terrible and cheesy, and there was so much smoke, he could have masked any trick. It was good, but it was slow, and I haven't seen much feedback from him, so I don't think he's going through either. Gaberox, cute dog, did some cool tricks, but the thing is, I don't know if a lot of you know this, he wasn't even in the top 20 YouTube choices. Somehow he got picked, and he wasn't even a choice to vote for. I think they maybe needed some more animal acts, but he was good. I've seen a lot of people saying they liked him out of a lot of the other acts, so he could be going through, but that'd be kind of sad if you think about it. The fourth act was Aeon, or Aeon, whatever you want to call it. They pretty much just flipped around a bunch of times and did the same things. Like Pierce said, it was very repetitive, and it just wasn't that impressive to me. I mean, they're flipping. I've seen people do that in New York City. It's just not something that would win $1 million, so they're not going through either. Marina Bell. Oh, this girl. 5 years old, country, possibly foretelling what she'll be doing later on in life. I'm sorry, it was inappropriate. But she rolls around on her face. She looks as fake as those girls on Toddlers and Tiara, with her big cheesy smile. It's like, and it just wasn't cute. She looked fine in her interview, but she rolled around on her face. That's just amusing. It's like it's America's Funniest Home Videos is what I read, and I agree. So she's not going through either. Kallus, he was good, but what makes him so special? He just sang a song, and he was a good singer, and he's another one, just like Gaberox. He was not even a choice for the top 20, so I don't know how he got put in. But he was a good singer, but I mean, I wasn't blown away, you know, he didn't do anything that amazing, he was just good, so, I don't know. I don't think he'll go through, I don't know. Beth Ann Robinson, I think she was second in the most amount of votes for her YouTube submission. She's good. She looks a lot older in her video than she is, and she's a very pretty girl, and I loved her personality with her story about how she's, you know, a country girl too, and does hunting and four-wheeling and all this stuff. And her dancing is really good, very strong technique. But I really don't think that a lot of people are going to vote for that because they want something entertaining. So I think she'll go through based off of the fact that a lot of the other acts were not up to par at all. But I mean, she's really good. It's just the fact is I don't think a lot of Americans or people that watch the show are going to want her through because they're going to get bored. But she's amazingly talented at what she does. Khanna. Okay, this act was very boring to watch on the YouTube submission. They weren't very together, and then tonight, I don't know what happened, but they were really cool to watch. They did Lady Gaga, which I loved, and the outfits looked great, and I did not know they were from College Park, Maryland, which I live about 30 minutes from there, so I think they were one of the top acts of the night, and they're definitely going through to the semifinals. Helani, the basketball guy. He dropped it. That's never good. And I thought he was black in his YouTube video, because he took it in a really bad quality camera. But he just wasn't amazing. It was like Pizza Pat, you know. You kind of got bored after a little bit. So he's not going through either, and I haven't seen really anybody comment that they want him to. Number 10, probably one of the most controversial acts of the night, West Springfield Dance Team. They've been called posers, and in a way they are. They're not these gothic kids, they dress up like that, and that's cool. But a lot of their dances are just like shrugging and doing the whole neck thing, you know. And that's cool. But it was very, like, one-dimensional, you know, they didn't do a lot of cool tricks or any wow moments. It was good, but I wasn't blown away. So I think they could go through because they seem to have a fan base, but I wouldn't vote them through, and I didn't. Wilhelm, he won the YouTube contest with the most votes for his act, and personally, he's just spinning around on a bike in the dark, over and over. You could barely see a lot of his act because of how the TV showed it. And he's apparently like this professional BMX rider and has won a lot of stuff, so I kind of feel like he should be uneligible for this competition. I wasn't blown away, seems like a lot of people were, but we already have Team Illuminate, we had Fighting Gravity. Not every act needs to be glow in the dark. and it just wasn't that amazing to me. I mean, he spun around in a circle pretty much the entire act. I don't get it. Powerhouse Choir. I feel for these kids because my dream was show choir, and they're good. I mean, Glee was based off of this choir, and I hate that everybody compares them to Glee because Glee was created because of them. They were a little bit off pitch, but I mean, they're a show. Their costumes, their dancing, their singing, the firework fingertips they have, you know, it was just really fun to watch, and I called for them. The only two acts that I called for, and one of them was Powerhouse Choir, so I don't think they're going to go through, but they've been on Oprah, they've done a lot of stuff, so they're obviously good. I want to say that YouTube missed out on two amazing acts, and I'm really shocked that they did not put them through. Abby Huang, I talked to her all the time on Facebook, we became good friends. She was just like Butterscotch, but Asian version, full Asian. Very sweet girl, young girl, really, really talented, and I would have loved to see her. I was blown away when she didn't get picked. And then Akata, I don't know if you're seeing this, but you girls have an amazing harmonies together, and you were beautiful, and I thought for sure you were going to be on the show too. So, Abby Huang, Abby Huang, Abby Huang, I don't know what happened with America's Got Talent, but I want her on the show, and she is good. So, I think we'll see her maybe 2012, next year. And Akata, I have no idea what happened with that one either. So, that's just my thoughts on those two. Out of the top 20, there were other ones that were good, but those are the two that stuck out to me that did not make it, and they should have. If you want me to be honest, I would say Marina Bell should not have made it. Helani should not have made it. Aeon should not have made it. Brett Daniels should not have made it. Kevin Kallus should not have made it. There was a guy named Victor, I think Victor DeMarco or something, and really cute, army-type guy, really nice voice, and I was surprised he didn't make it. And he was in the top 20 choice. So there's a bunch of them that I really did not agree with, and I was not really looking forward to this YouTube special. And it was making me happy seeing how right I was with these acts, because it seems a lot of people are agreeing with what I was saying based off of who, you know, was what and what they were doing. But we'll see. Alright guys, well that's all 12 acts of the YouTube special. I want to know what your favorite acts were. Tell me your opinions, and who did you call for, if anybody? All I called for was Khanna and Powerhouse Choir. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of these acts are going right home. Not many of these were impressive.